Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Legacy University part on the health assessment and reviewing the health assessment with your prospective members. So the health assessment is an amazing tool that Soul Naturals has given to us to really focus on our members and their needs. Using the health assessment really takes the pressure off of you because what it is it's telling you the needs of your members based on what your members are saying, what they're answering, questions about themselves, of their health. So it's taking them, it's putting them in charge, and then you're just listening to the results that their body told them that they need. Okay. So what's super important about this is as you're going through the health assessment, you really just listen to what people are saying to you. Okay. Inviting someone to take the health assessment is the first step. It's super important. After that health assessment is taken and it's actually emailed to you now via your email that is connected with your Soul Naturals back office account, you can then contact your potential member and say, hey, Susan, super awesome. Saw that you did the health assessment. Really excited to go over it with you. Tell me a little bit about what some of your concerns are. What initiated you to take that assessment and how can I help you? And once they start talking to you about their concerns, about their needs, about their issues, about what their goals are and what they're trying to achieve, really that is their invitation to you to go ahead and offer to help them pick out soul products that are tailored to them to really help them with their needs, okay? The key to this process, though, is really listening, okay? We talk about that a lot in our group. We talk about that just within our team, that people are going to fall in love with you first, okay? If someone takes a health assessment and it gets sent to you and you just right away start talking to them and I see you took the health assessment and Adaptable came up and Flex came up and Vital came up and you should take this and you should take that and you should blah, 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 blah. That is a total turnoff, okay? That is not the angle that we're going for with a health assessment. What we're trying to do with the health assessment is you get the results back and you say, like I said, Susan, I got your health assessment back. I'm super excited that you took the first step towards trying to find a more holistic approach to your health. What can I help you with? Tell me a little bit about what you have going on. Okay. So what you just did is you went ahead and you said how awesome it was that they took the step. You're empowering them, recognizing them taking this first step, and then asking them to tell you what they need. Okay. So when they do start to tell you what they need, again, that's your open door. That's your opportunity to start recommending. Okay. Don't start recommending until you get that invitation. Okay. That's a really big deal because when you're letting them tell you, you're allowing them to take charge of your health, their health. You're allowing them to be in control. And then you're just kind of guiding and recommending, and it's easier then to gain their trust because they see that you have a mutual interest in their well-being, okay? So listen, listen, listen. That's super, super, super important in the process, okay? What I'm gonna go ahead and do real quick is I'm gonna share my screen with you, and I'm just gonna kind of walk through the health assessment here, okay? I took this health assessment earlier. So this is my health assessment. And I'm just going to kind of give you an example of kind of what we talk about as we go through the health assessment. Okay, so we talked about addressing their needs, their goals, their concerns. Okay, so if I was talking to someone about my health assessment, I would say, you know, I struggle from anxiety. I feel like sometimes I have a hard time at the end of the day. I feel like anxiety is mounting on my shoulders and I don't know where to go with it. I feel like, you know, after I've been with the kids in the morning and I start to get towards that afternoon, I would love to take a nap because I just have no more energy left. With my digestive system, I've been diagnosed with irritable bowel. I have frequent bouts of diarrhea. And sometimes I really have this bad acid reflux that I get where I feel like I have like this bolus of food in the back of my throat. And just nothing that I've done really helps. And I'm just really looking for a more holistic approach to reaching some of my goals. Okay. So here I've told you some of the things that I have going on. Okay. So when we start listening and looking at the health assessment and what it says, okay, we never want to make assumptions. You know, the health assessment is the first step in helping someone reach their goals. A lot of times people will come at you and they'll be like, I have this, this, this. And in our heads right away, we start thinking, well, they need Vital, they need ProBio. But then we get their health assessment back and it says something completely different. And the reason why that is because there's so many underlying conditions that people may have that may cause digestive issues, that may cause them to have lack of good sleep. And so using that health assessment is, again, the tool that their body is using to tell you what they need. Okay. So what I usually do with the health assessment is just go through and kind of look things over, okay? Now, for someone like me, what I might look at is obviously their top five. Their top five are probably going to be very, very close to what their needs are. However, if someone has top five and they're saying that they have acid reflux, now if you look at my health assessment, Designs does come up, but it's number 10, right? But as I was speaking with myself, I told you that right away that the acid reflux was something that really bothered me. Okay. So although it might be my number 10, it still is a very large concern for me. And, you kind of have to take into consideration what your members' hopes and goals are as well when you're starting to recommend. Okay. So, we say that 1 through 10, those are things that their body are recognizing that they need, but they may not necessarily go in that order based on what they're telling you. If you're really listening to them as an individual, they may go out of order, and that's okay. All right. One thing I do like to tell a lot of my specialists as they get started is that Vital being on the health assessment, it's very rare that I have a health assessment that doesn't have Soul Vital on it. Okay. Soul Vital is going to be kind of like the conductor, guys. It is one of those products that if you are on Soul Vital, because it's balancing and because it's just helping with that alkalization of the body and that elimination of toxins, if you're on Soul Vital, it's almost like all of the other products that we have are really going to just work that much better. So what I would encourage you is if that you do have a health assessment that Soul Vital is present on it, I would definitely encourage them to start with that and then kind of go from there, kind of looking over their health assessment, okay? So like for me, when I said I had gastrointestinal upset, I had the lack of energy, I had some mood issues, right from the beginning, Soul Vital came up. Okay, so that's amazing. Cinnamate came up because I have that lack of energy in the afternoon. And so when I go through the health assessment with my members, what I'll do is I'll start with Soul Vital and I'll say, you talked about that mood, you talked about kind of that frustration, how you get that just stress level that builds up on you throughout the day. Soul Vital is really great for energy and for mood. The Cinnamate is also awesome for energy because it helps with that even all day energy. It has that yerba mate in it, which helps regulate your blood glucose levels. So you're not going to find that you have the afternoon crash. So I think that would be a really amazing fit for you as well. And then, for myself, like I said, I had the digestive issues. So looking at my health assessment, the Soul Thrive, the ProBio, both really amazing, incredible products, and so I just kind of walk through my members. What I'm doing with them is I'm talking to them. They've already told me their needs. So what I'm doing is I'm repeating what their needs are. Look, Soul Thrive, dense nutrition, minimal calories, metabolism, thyroid support, mood, liver, cardiovascular. It's dense nutrients, guys. It's activated greens. What better for an upset digestive system than that activated greens? The ProBio IQ helps the GI tract, immune system. GI tract, healing that gut is really going to help me with diarrhea, with that stomach upset that I have, okay? And then adaptable, the same thing. So, if I was talking to myself, I might say, Amy, you told me that you have a lot of issues with anxiety building up over the day. Adaptable is amazing. It helps with those things that you were talking about: stress, depression, anxiety, energy, and mood. Those are all the things that you talked about in one of our capsules. I think that would be a really amazing fit for you. So again, you're talking about the product, you're repeating back to them what they said to you because you're reiterating that. It's kind of like that repetition. And then, you're looking at their health assessment with them. So some people, once you go over their health assessment, they're going to be like, sign me up for everything. I'm super excited. I can't wait to get started. And that's awesome. But not everybody needs all 10 things. And it's our jobs as specialists to go through and find out what their needs are, what their concerns are, and help them with that. One thing I like to tell my members also, guys, is that once you take that health assessment, what I say with them, you know, let's figure out what is going to work for you to get you started. Let's address your initial concerns. And then you and I are going to work together over the next 30, 60, 90 days. We're going to get you using something called a success tracker so you can kind of see where you're feeling and kind of just log improvements or things that you're noticing that you may not be feeling as good as you'd hoped. And then we'll review it at 60 days. And then we'll go ahead and we'll review it at 90 days. And then we'll have you take that health assessment again and see if things have changed. Because as our body starts to heal and as those adaptogens start to really help make changes and help our bodies correct itself, your needs are going to change, okay? And as specialists, I think that's really important, guys. Just a little side note, I know it's kind of not so much on the health assessment side, but it's very, very important that you are checking in with your members. Just because someone starts with Maca and Adaptable and Vital doesn't mean that they're always going to need to be on Adaptable, Vital, and Maca, okay? Because things do change. I started out on Adaptable. It helped me get off my anxiety medication. Once I get off my anxiety medication, I stayed on Adaptable for a little while. Now I don't need Adaptable anymore. My body has corrected itself. Now I take a lot of Renew. And it's just so important just to empower your members and keep in contact with them and just make sure that you're checking in to see how they're feeling and how they're doing. Because when you have that open door, when you have that connection, you've built that relationship with them, you've built that trust with them because you've really listened and you're vested in them and helping them reach their goals. That's going to be a lasting relationship. That's going to be a relationship where you are going to be their Soul Naturals representatives. And when someone talks to them about concerns, they're going to refer those friends and family to you because you've created that relationship. So I just can't stress how awesome of a tool we have when our founders created this health assessment. They did it to really help us. It was just kind of like that back pocket thing that we have to pull out and say, hey, take this. This is what your body is saying that you need, right? So it takes the control away from us and it gives it to our members, and it allows them to have a really active role in that healing and that prevention that we talk about with Soul. So I hope this helped. I hope that you guys learned a little bit about the health assessment. I know that there's another training video here in Legacy University that's going to talk about kind of the next step. After you have them take the health assessment and after you've gone through and you've done your recommendations, how to kind of close that sale and how to go from, okay, we just had this conversation to let's get your order placed so that we can help you. And that's going to be one of the next videos coming up. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I hope you learned a lot.